Good day everyone, we are Group 6 reporters and we will be discussing about providing compensation and benefits program to employees. Let's start. Good morning everyone. I'll be tackling the compensation and benefits. Compensation and benefits are a big part of making employees feel valued and motivated at work. So compensation refers to the money or rewards employee that gets in return for their work skills and the time spent for their job. Benefits includes the extra perks like health insurance, bonuses, or vacation days. So when employees feel they are being fairly rewarded, they are more likely to stay with the company and work harder. So this is why important for the HR team to make sure that the salaries and benefits are attractive to the competitive so employees remain happy and committed to their work. So the next is, what is compensation? So compensation is the money or reward an employee earns to the work they do. So what I said earlier, it's not just about the salary, it can also include the bonuses, overtime pay, or commission based on performance. So for example, employee might get a yearly bonus for meeting their goals are received to extra pay for paying extra hours. So these rewards show appreciation for the employees' skills, knowledge, and dedication to the company. When employees feel they are fairly compensated, they feel more satisfied and motivated to do their best. So next one is compensation may be used to first recruit and retain qualified employees. So compensation is a key tool for attracting talented and skilled workers for the company. Offering competitive salaries and benefits helps especially stand out to the potential employees who are looking for better opportunities. So once these qualified individuals are hired, fair compensation motivates them to stay in the company instead of searching for the elsewhere. So for example, offering a higher pay or good benefits like what I said, health insurance and bonuses can convince employees to that the company valued their contribution. So this ensures that the business has a strong, reliable workforce. So the second one is increase or maintain moral and satisfaction. When employees feel they are being paid fairly, it boosts their confidence and job satisfaction. Proper compensation shows their hard work and efforts are appreciated, which keeps them happy and motivated. So, for instance, if an employee gets a raise after completing a tough project, it encourages them to stay positive and continue performing well. So keeping moral high is important because it leads to a better teamwork and productive work environment. So the third one is reward and encourage peak performance. So fair compensation can be also be used to push employees to give their best when workers know that outstanding performance will be rewarded with bonuses, promotion, and raises. So they are more likely to work harder and stay committed. So for example, as sales team that knows they will get a bonus for meeting their targets will put into extra efforts and to achieve their goals. So this benefits both the employee and the company as it creates a culture of hard work and success. The fourth one is achieve internal and external equity. So compensation helps ensure fairness with both within the company and compared to the competitors. So internal equity means employees in similar roles are paid fairly based on their skills and contribution. While the external equity ensures that the company pay rates much or exceed the industry standard. So, for instance, if two employees in the same role are paid differently without the reason, it could create dissatisfaction, and proper compensation planning helps avoid these issues and keeps the workplace for fair and balanced. The last one is reduce turnover and encourage company loyalty. So, employees are more likely to stay with a company with the value and fairly compensated. Highly turnover happens when employees leave because they're unhappy with their pay, which can cost the company time and money to replace them. So, offering competitive salaries and benefits create loyalty, makes employees want to grow with the company. So, for example, long-term incentives like retirement plans or yearly bonuses can make employees feel secure about their future and encouraging them to remain committed to the business.
Good day, everyone. I am the next discussant. First, we have direct compensation. Direct compensation is the most straightforward of compensation kay ang mga employees they receive payment directly in a form of money like kanang mga salary, bonus, and commission. Next is indirect compensation. Indirect compensation is still a financial form of compensation pero dili siya direct into money. It includes kanang mga health insurance, retirement plans, and paid time off. So, the next slide describes the employee's benefit as non-financial rewards given to show appreciation for their works. So, first is paid or non-paid time off. Mao na siya katong mga naay vacation time, sick leave, and other forms of leave. Kay kasagari ang iban company bayaran ang ilang leave ug naapoy iban na dili. Next is learning and development opportunity. So kini opportunity ni para sa mga employees to enhance their skills and knowledge through workshop or kanang mag-training sila. Next is parental leave. So for example, kaning mga bagong nanganak ay kung ang isa ka employee bagong nanganak so kay dili man dadan sila makatrabaho, ang company bayaran gihapon ang ilang leave. Next is child care. So kini ang isa ka company maghatag og tabang gasto para sa pagbantay sa bata. Next is company cars. So, ang isa ka company pod mag-provide ng sakyanan para sa isa ka employee para ila magamit magbiyahe-biyahe. Next is phones or laptops. Kini pod importante pod ni sa mga employee mao na nag-provide sila para na ila magamit during work. Lastly is meals. Kaning meals kay ang isa ka company maghatag sa employees og allowance para sa ilang meals kung maato sila sa lain lugar or business.
Good morning, everyone. I am the next discussant. My topic is all about the statutory benefits in the Philippines. In the Philippines, statutory benefits are mandatory benefits that employers must provide to their employees. As required by law, these benefits are designed to ensure social protections and financial assistance for workers. So, ang statutory benefits is as an employers, you need to provide to financial support or benefits to your employees. So, naka-include sa statutory benefits ang SSS or Social Security System or Pag-ibig and also the PhilHealth. Social Security System or SSS, Philippines is a government-run social insurance program designed to provide financial assistance and protection to workers and their family in times on needs. The system is primarily intended to support employees during instance of sickness, disability, retirement, maternity, and death. So, naka-include sa Social Security System or SSS, there are the following funds, which is the maternity pay, sickness pay, pensions, disability benefits, and salary loans, life insurance, and also the debt. That all. Home Development Mutual Fund or HDMF is also known as the Pag-ibig Fund is a government-run savings program in the Philippines aimed at promoting affordable housing financial for Filipino workers. Both locally and overseas, it was established in 1978 under the authority of the Philippines government to promote house ownership and provide financial assistance in workers for housing needs. So there are benefits na dyan sa Pag-ibig Fund, which is the housing loan, multi-purpose loan, and calamity loan, also secured savings. So sa Pag-ibig Funds is kanang nag-provide sila ng mga housing and financial benefits. Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or PhilHealth, is a government-owned and controlled corporation responsible for implementing the National Health Insurance Program in the Philippines. Its primary mission is to provide accessible, affordable, and quality healthcare services to Filipino citizens by pooling funds and ensuring financial protections against health-related expenses. So, diyan yung mga benefits na naka-include sa PhilHealth, which is the inpatient benefits, outpatient benefits, G benefits, or SDG related. So, for example, sa PhilHealth is Joy Hospital sa Edu Family. So, pwede rin mo gamitin ng PhilHealth para magamazan ang bills or mga bayro nun sa hospital. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Employers are legally required to pay their employees. This wage is set by the National Wages and Productivity Commission and the Regional Tripartite Wage and Productivity Board. These agencies are both attached to the Department of Labor and Employment. In simple terms, minimum wage is the less amount of money an employer can pay their workers. This amount is decided by the government to ensure workers are paid fairly. Imagine you work at a coffee shop. The minimum wage in your area is $3.50 per hour. This means your employer must pay you at least $3.50 for every hour you work, no matter how many cups of coffee you make. The minimum wage law in the Philippines, it states that Republic Act 602, also known as the minimum wage law, applies to all employees in private companies, regardless of whether they work in agriculture, industry, or trade. This means that all workers in private businesses must be paid at least the minimum wage set by the law. The law aims to ensure that all workers receive a fair and living wage. The objective of this law. First objective is to maintain workers in a state of good health, efficiency, and general well-being. These objectives aim to ensure that workers are healthy and able to perform their jobs effectively. It emphasizes the importance of safe and healthy work environment, which contributes to overall well-being. By prioritizing worker health, the law aims to improve productivity and reduce workplace accidents. The second objective, to serve as leverage for collective wage bargaining. This objective seeks to empower workers to negotiate fair wages and working conditions. It recognizes the importance of collective bargaining, where workers come together to negotiate with employers as a group. By providing leverage, the law aims to create a more equitable balance of power between workers and employers. The last objective is to afford fair return of investment of the investor, owner, or operator. This objective aims to ensure that businesses can operate profitably and attract investment. It acknowledges the need for return of investment for those who invest in businesses by balancing the interests of workers and investors. The law aims to promote sustainable and thriving economy. The normal hours of work of any employees shall not exceed 8 hours a day. This means that employees cannot be required to work more than 8 hours in a single day. Attendance at this event is not considered working time if falls outside the employee's regular work schedule. If the employee chooses to attend voluntarily, and if the employee does not engage in any work-related tasks during the event. Imagine you work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. If you go to training program at 6 p.m., that's outside your regular working time. So the training program time won't count as working hours. Minimum wage rate in the Philippines. This table shows the minimum wage rates in different regions of the Philippines for 2024. Each region has a different minimum wage ranging from 316 to 645 Philippine pesos. The minimum wage in Region 1, Ilocos region is 402 to 435 pesos, while the minimum wage in Regions 8, Eastern Visayas is 375 to 405 pesos. The minimum wage in Region 5, Bicol region is 395 pesos across all sectors. So, why they have different wage rates? The minimum wage is different in each part of the Philippines because of the things like how expensive is to live there and how good the economy is. Places where things are more expensive have higher minimum wages so people can afford to live. Places with more jobs and better businesses sometimes have higher minimum wages too. To attract good workers, each region has a group of people who decided on the minimum wage, looking at things like how much it costs to live, how productive people are, and how well the economy is doing.
We will now proceed to the wages and compensation benefits. So under this is the premium pay. So the premium pay is the additional compensation given to employees for working outside of their regular work schedule or under certain conditions. So these conditions are the holidays. So the first one is the regular holidays. So example of the regular holidays is the New Year's Day and Christmas Day. So another holiday is the special holidays or also known as the special non-working holidays. So example of this is the Chinese New Year and the EDSA People Power Revolution anniversary. So the next one is the double holidays. So double holidays are specific days when two or more holidays fall on the same date. Like for example, President Rodrigo Duterte declared August 21, 2018 as special non-working holiday, the Eid al-Adha, and regular holiday Ninoy Aquino Day at the same time. So the computation of the premium pay. Assuming that the minimum wage rate is 350 pesos, so how much is the premium pay? So in a regular holiday, for work within 8 hours plus 100% of the minimum wage of 100% or a total of 200%. So basically, regular holiday is equal to double pay. So the computation for this is if our minimum wage rate is 350 pesos multiplied by 200%, you will get the premium pay of 700 pesos. So the next one is in the rest or special holiday. So employees receive 30% extra of their daily salary for working on the rest day or special day. So the computation for this is 350 pesos plus 30% of the minimum wage, which is 350 pesos, or 350 pesos times 130%, and you will get the premium pay of 455 pesos. So the next one is the rest and special holiday. So employees receive 50% extra payment if they work on a special day. That is also the rest day. So the computation is if your minimum wage rate is 350 pesos, added by the 50% of the 350 pesos, or let's say 350 pesos multiplied by 150% is equal to 525 pesos. So the last one is on a regular holiday and rest day. So employees receive 260% extra payment if they work on a regular holiday. That is also their rest day. So meaning 350 pesos multiplied by 260%, and you will get the premium pay of 910 pesos.
So let's move forward to the overtime pay. So overtime pay is the additional compensation payable to employee for services or work rendered beyond the normal 8 hours of work. So basically, overtime pay is the additional compensation na ihatag sa employees for working beyond the normal working hours. So in this case, no 8 hours on working. So beyond that, ang employees are entitled for such compensation, additional compensation rather, which is called the overtime pay. So it is computed by multiplying the overtime rate with the number of hours in excess of the regular 8 hours of work. To compute for the overtime pay, let's assume that the minimum wage rate is 250 pesos. So how much is the overtime rate per hour? Or how much is the total overtime rate if an employee works overtime for 3 hours? So let's go first with the computation of the overtime pay on ordinary days. So ordinary days refers to those days na regular working schedule like Monday to Friday. For example, if that's the regular working schedule, then those are ordinary days. So on ordinary day, the overtime rate per hour is determined as follows. First, compute the hourly rate of the employee. So to compute for the hourly rate, we just need to divide the regular minimum wage rate divided by the number of working hours. So we have 250 pesos divided by 8 hours. So the hourly rate is 31.25 pesos. Now to determine the overtime rate per hour, we just need to add the 25% of the regular hourly rate to the hourly rate itself. So to further understand this, let's look at the solution. So 31.25 pesos plus the quantity of 25% of 31.25, or we can na alternative siya, which is 31.25 times 125%. So nga nung 125% man siya, we just need to assume that the 100% refers to the 31.25 itself. So di ba naglaon dito na hourly rate plus 25%. So 100% naman ng 31.25, add na natin ng 25. So 125% ang diri na kabutang. So para mas madali siya compared sa diri na i-multiply mo pa ang imo pa hanapon 25% ng 31 tapos i-add mo sa 31.25. In this case, diretso ra ka ni multiply para makuha mo diretso ang answer. So but either the two, no, pwede mo sila kung high ka mas convenient. Anyway, so 31.25 times 125%, we have 39.06 pesos overtime rate per hour. Now, di ba the question kanina kung pila daw ang overtime pay kung nagtrabaho daw siya for additional 3 hours. So, 39.606 times 3 hours, then we have 117.18 overtime rate. So let's now go with the computation of overtime pay on rest days or special days. So to compute the hourly rate of the employees on rest day or special day, we just need to multiply 130% to the regular hourly rate. So 31.25 times 130%, we will get 40.625 pesos per hour. So you notice na nganong gi-multiply man nato ang hourly rate sa 130%. Kaya di ba on rest days or special days, employees are entitled for additional compensation on their salary na 30% as what have been discussed in the previous slides dito sa premium pay. So need ani nato siya i-multiply para makuha nato ang hourly rate mismo on rest days. So, di ba nakuha na nato ang 40.625 per hour, i-determine na nato ang overtime rate niya. So, overtime rate, to compute for the overtime rate per hour, same goes with the ordinary days, 40.625 plus 30% of 40.625 or 40.625 times 130% largo para diretso na kanin multiply. So, we will get 52.81 overtime rate per hour. So 52.81 pesos times 3 hours, same sa process kanina sa ordinary days, we will get 158.43 overtime rate. So let's now move on to the computation of overtime pay on a rest day which falls on a regular holiday. So to compute the hourly rate, we have hourly rate is equal to 260% of the regular hourly rate. So again, kaning 260% na i-multiply sa hourly rate, tag-base rin ni siya sa ato mga uh, mga percent na dapat na mga percentage na entitled ng mga employees for the additional compensation sa ila salary if magtrabaho sila on rest day, regular holiday, or rest day which falls on regular holiday, etc. So 260% of the regular hourly rate, so we just multiply it to 31.25, then we will get 81.25 per hour. So this is the hourly rate on rest day which falls on regular holiday. So to determine the overtime rate per hour, same process again sa previous slide, sa ato rest day or special day as well as the ordinary days. So 81.25 plus the quantity of 30% of 81.25 or 81.25 times largo 130%, then we will get 105.625 overtime rate per hour. So multiply it by 3, we will get 316.875 pesos overtime rate. So let's now go with the computation of overtime pay on rest day which falls on special day. So, di ba kayo na ang ato tag-solve is on rest day which falls on regular day. This time, we will now solve for the overtime pay on rest day na ni falls is on special day. So to compute the hourly rate of the employee, we just need to multiply 150% to the hourly rate. So this 150% same ni siya sa previous slide ato 260%, tag-base ni siya sa ato previous topic na premium pay, in which kung ang employees daw magtrabaho sila on rest day which falls on special day, they are entitled for additional compensation on their salary of kanang additional 50% or dito multiply 150%. So much for that. Let's continue. 31.25 pesos times 150%, then we will get 46.875 per hour. So, nakuha na nato ang hourly rate on rest day which falls on special day. Let's determine now the overtime rate per hour. So, the overtime rate is equal to hourly rate plus 30% of the hourly rate. So, 46.875 plus 875 plus 30% of 46.875 or 46.875 times 130%. So we will get 60.94 overtime rate per hour. So multiply it into 3 hours, then we will now get 182.82 overtime rate. Let's now compute the overtime pay on a regular holiday. So to compute the hourly rate on regular holidays, we just need to multiply the hourly rate by 200%. Di man nagikan 200%, di ba? Same ra kay na tag-base ni sa premium pay. Tas fun fact again, kung regular holiday, it means double pay. That's why 200% ang nakabutang din doon. So, i-multiply natin 200% sa 31.25, we will get 62.50 pesos per hour. To determine the overtime rate per hour, follow na nato ang itong formula. Overtime rate is equal to hourly rate plus 30% of the hourly rate. So, 62.50 plus 30% of 62.50 or 62.50 times 130%, then we will get 81.25 pesos overtime rate per hour. So, i-multiply na to sa 3 hours, then makuha na to ang 243.75 overtime rate. So, manotice nizo na ang ato gamit na percentage rate in determining overtime rate per hour sa ordinary days, lain sila compared sa iban like sa rest day or special days, or regular holidays, rest day which falls on special days or our regular holidays. It's because sa ordinary days, we just need to add 25% of hourly rate to the hourly rate itself, or para mas madali, i-multiply nato ang hourly rate sa 125%. While sa iba naman, sa rest day or special days and the rest, ato sila i-add or ato adan ng 30% of the hourly rate ang hourly rate mismo. Or para mas madali again, we just need to multiply the hourly rate sa 130%. So, that's all.
Night shift differential pay. The labor code acknowledges the challenges of working at night by granting employees a night shift differential. This is an additional pay of at least 10% of the regular wage for every hour worked between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. This benefit compensates for the discomfort and risk associated with night work, ensuring fair treatment for employees working unconventional hours. Night shift work has a different pay rate because it recognizes the unique challenges and inconvenience of working during nighttime hours. Here are the main reasons. First, health and well-being risk. Working at night can disrupt an employee's natural body clock, leading to health issues like sleep disorders, fatigue, and reduces productivity. The extra pay compensates for this potential risk. Second, social inconvenience. Night shifts often mean missing out on family time, social events, or other daytime activities, which can impact an employee's personal life. Third, workplace safety. Night shift work can pose additional safety risk, especially in jobs requiring high alertness or involving hazardous tasks. Fourth, economic incentive. Many employees prefer day shifts, so offering a higher pay rate serves as an incentive for workers to take night shifts. The differential pay ensures fairness and recognizes the sacrifices and challenges of night work. 13th month pay. The 13th month pay is a mandatory bonus for private employees who have worked at least 1 month. It must be given in full by December 24 or in 2 installments, May and December. Even employees who resigned or were terminated are entitled to a prorated 13th-month pay based on their time work. However, Christmas bonuses are voluntary and depend on the employer's discretion. This means that even if an employee leaves their job before the full 13th-month pay bonus is released, they are still entitled to a portion of it. The amount will depend on how long they work during the year. For example, if an employee worked for 6 months, they are entitled to 50% of their 13th-month pay. The 13th-month pay exists as a legal benefit to provide additional financial support and recognition to employees. Here are the main reasons why it was implemented. First, employee welfare. It helps employees cope with the increased expenses during the holiday season. Second, fair compensation. It serves as an extra reward for employees' hard work throughout the year. Third, economic stimulus. By providing extra cash to employees, it encourages spending which can boost economic activity during the holiday period.
Good morning, everyone. I am the last discussant. My topic is all about separation pay. Separation pay is the money that employees receive when they are fired from their job. So this payment is included in the labor code, which is a set of laws that protects workers. However, if someone is fired for doing something wrong, like bad behavior or being involved in a crime, they do not get this pay. So, there are two different types of separation pay. The first one is the half-month pay per year of service. It means that employee can receive half months of pay for each year they work at the company. So, if they are let go because the company need to cut costs. So, kaning nga situation can happen when the company is struggling financially, facing bankruptcy, or has to close down. So, this payment is based on how long they work for the company. The second one is 1 month pay per year of service. It means that if a company is making changes that reduces the number of workers needed, like installing new machines that do not work of people or automation, or if there are too many employees for the work available or redundancy, so employees who are let go because of these changes will get a special payment. So this payment is calculated based on how long they work for the company. So, employees can receive 1 month of pay for each year they work at the company. The next one is retirement pay. It means that when an employee turns into 60 years old and has worked at the company for at least 5 years, so they can receive retirement pay. So this pay is usually equal to half a month's salary for each year they work. Also, if they work for at least 6 months in a year, the time counts as a full year. That's all. Thank you.